While you were scrolling TikTok last night, someone else was planning to wake up at 5 a.m. While you hit snooze for the third time, they were already at the gym. The difference isn't talent, it's not genetics, it's something much simpler, and I'm about to show you exactly what it is. Here's the brutal truth. Most people abandon their goals within weeks. You've probably been part of that statistic. You start strong, motivated, ready to change your life, and then what happens? Day 3, you skip the gym because you're tired. Day 7, you order pizza instead of cooking. Day 14, you tell yourself you'll start fresh on Monday. Sound familiar? Here's why this happens to almost everyone. Most people think discipline is about willpower. They think successful people just have stronger mental muscles. That's completely wrong. Willpower is like a battery. It depletes throughout the day. By 3 p.m. your willpower is practically dead. This is why you can resist donuts at breakfast but demolish a bag of chips at night. But here's what the top 1% know that everyone else doesn't. Disciplined people don't rely on willpower. They use systems. They engineer their environment. They hack their psychology. I'm about to share the exact blueprint that separates the 1% from everyone else. This isn't theory. This is the battle-tested system that actually works. And it starts with something called the environment trap. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. Always. Here's proof. People eat way more food when it's within arm's reach versus just 6 feet away. 6 feet. That's the difference between success and failure. Look around your room right now. I guarantee your phone is within arm's reach. Your running shoes? Probably buried somewhere. Your healthy snacks? Hidden behind the junk food. Here's how to flip the script. Make good choices visible and bad choices invisible. Put your phone in another room. Sleep in your workout clothes. Pre-cut vegetables and put them at eye level in your fridge. But it goes deeper than this. Your environment includes your digital space too. Unsubscribe from YouTube channels that waste your time. Delete apps that drain your energy. Follow accounts that inspire the person you want to become. Even your social environment matters. The 5 people you spend the most time with determine your habits more than any motivational video ever will. If your friends complain constantly, you'll complain. If they're ambitious, you'll be ambitious. Here's the advanced version. Create friction for bad habits and remove friction for good habits. Want to stop watching TV? Hide the remote and unplug the TV. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow so you see it when you go to bed. Set up your environment the night before. Lay out your workout clothes. Prepare your healthy lunch. Put your journal and pen on your nightstand. When you wake up, good choices should be the easiest choices. Your physical space should tell the story of who you want to become. If you want to be a reader, books should be everywhere. If you want to be fit, your workout equipment should be visible. If you want to eat healthy, your kitchen should make healthy choices obvious. This simple change transforms everything without relying on willpower. You're not fighting your impulses anymore. You're designing a world where good choices happen automatically. Most people try to change themselves. Smart people change their environment first. But what if I told you that you've been setting goals completely wrong? Most people say, I'll work out for an hour every day. Day 3, they skip, because an hour feels impossible when you're tired. Here's what works. The 2-minute rule. When building a new habit, make it so easy you can't say no. Instead of I'll meditate for 30 minutes, start with I'll meditate for 2 minutes. Instead of I'll write 1,000 words, start with I'll write 1 sentence. This sounds too simple to work, but here's the psychology. You're not trying to achieve the goal. You're trying to become the type of person who does that thing. The hardest part of any habit isn't doing it well, it's doing it at all. Getting to the gym is harder than the actual workout. Opening your laptop to write is harder than writing itself. Sitting down to meditate is harder than the meditation. So remove that friction completely. Make it so ridiculously easy that you'd feel stupid not doing it. 2 minutes of meditation is better than 0 minutes of meditation every single day. Here's the secret. Most of the time, you'll do more than 2 minutes. Once you start, momentum takes over. You sit down to write 1 sentence, and suddenly you've written a paragraph. You do 2 minutes of meditation, and you end up doing 10. But even if you only do the minimum, you're still winning. You're still reinforcing the identity. You're still maintaining the streak. You're still proving to yourself that you're the type of person who does this thing. The rule applies to breaking bad habits too. Instead of, I'll never eat sugar again, try, I'll wait 10 minutes before eating sugar. Usually, the craving passes. Instead of, I'll never check social media, try, I'll check it only after lunch. Small restrictions are easier to follow than total bans. The key is consistency, not intensity. Master showing up before you optimize performance. Now, here's how to make it stick. Habit stacking. Your brain loves routines. Every habit follows the same pattern. Trigger, action, reward. The secret is to stack new habits onto existing ones. The formula. After I do existing habit, I will do new habit. After I pour my coffee, I will write 3 things I'm grateful for. After I sit at my desk, I will write for 10 minutes. After I brush my teeth, I will do 10 push-ups. Your existing habits are anchors. Use them to build new ones automatically. But here's the key. The existing habit needs to be rock solid. Don't stack a new habit onto something you only do sometimes. Pick habits you do every single day without thinking. Brushing your teeth, making coffee, checking your phone when you wake up. The more specific you are, the better this works. Instead of after breakfast, say, after I put my plate in the dishwasher. Instead of in the evening, say, after I plug in my phone to charge. You can even chain multiple habits together. After I make my bed, I will do 10 push-ups. After I do 10 push-ups, I will write in my journal for 2 minutes. After I write in my journal, I will review my goals for the day. This creates an automatic sequence that requires zero willpower once it's established. Here's the advanced technique. Stack habits by location too. Every time I sit in my car, I will listen to an educational podcast. Every time I walk into my kitchen, I will drink a glass of water. Every time I lie down in bed, I will think of one thing I'm grateful for. Your environment becomes your cue. You don't need to remember to do the habit. The location reminds you automatically. You can also stack habits by time. At 7 a.m., I will exercise. At 12 p.m., I will review my goals. At 9 p.m., I will read. Time-based stacking works best for bigger habits that need dedicated focus. The key is to start with just one stack. Don't try to reorganize your entire life overnight. Pick one existing habit, add one new 2-minute habit after it, and practice that for 30 days. Then, add the next stack. But here's what nobody tells you. You will fail, guaranteed. The difference between winners and losers isn't perfection, it's recovery speed. Here's the rule. Never miss twice. You skip the gym today? Fine. Life happens. But tomorrow, you're back. Did you eat junk food for lunch? Okay. But dinner is healthy. You didn't read today? Tomorrow you read 2 pages instead of 1. Missing one day has zero impact on your progress. Missing 2 days in a row? That's when habits start to die. The key is getting back up immediately. Never miss twice. Here's why this is so powerful. It removes the all-or-nothing mentality that destroys most people. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent most of the time. Think of it like this. If you work out 5 days a week instead of 7, you're still working out 260 days a year. That's still life-changing progress. But if you miss 2 days, then 3, then a week, suddenly you're working out 50 days a year. The secret is having a comeback plan before you need it. When you inevitably skip a day, what's your minimum viable version? Can't do a full workout? Do 10 push-ups. Can't read for 30 minutes? Read 1 page. Can't meditate for 10 minutes? Take 3 deep breaths. Here's the mindset shift. Treat missed days as data, not failure. Why did you miss? Were you too tired? Was your schedule too packed? Did you not plan properly? Use that information to adjust your system, not to beat yourself up. Sometimes you'll miss because of external circumstances. You get sick, you have a family emergency, you're traveling. That's life. The goal isn't to be a robot. The goal is to be resilient. Other times you'll miss because of internal resistance. You didn't feel like it. You were stressed. You got distracted. This is actually more valuable feedback. It tells you where your system needs work. Maybe you need to make the habit smaller. Maybe you need to change the time. Maybe you need to adjust your environment. Maybe you need a different trigger. Perfect is the enemy of good. Good is the enemy of done. Just get back on track immediately. The habit isn't broken until you give up completely. But here's the ultimate secret that changes everything. Identity. Most people approach discipline backwards. They say, I want to lose weight, so I need to work out. I want to write a book, so I need to write daily. This is why they fail. You're fighting against your identity. Instead, flip it. I'm a healthy person, so I work out. I'm a writer, so I write daily. Your actions follow your identity. Change how you see yourself, and the behaviors become automatic. Every action is a vote for the type of person you want to become. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to win the majority of your votes. Here's how to make this shift. Start using identity-based language. Instead of I'm trying to quit smoking, say, I'm not a smoker. Instead of I want to get fit, say, I'm someone who prioritizes their health. Notice how different that feels in your body. When you say I'm trying to quit smoking, part of you still identifies as a smoker who's struggling. When you say I'm not a smoker, you're declaring a new identity. Your brain will work to prove your identity correct. If you see yourself as disciplined, you'll act disciplined. If you see yourself as someone who follows through, you'll follow through. Here's the advanced technique. Create identity evidence. Keep a list of every time you act in accordance with your new identity. Did 10 push-ups? Write down. Evidence I'm becoming fit. Read for 10 minutes? Write down. Evidence I'm becoming educated. This might seem silly, but your brain needs proof. When you have written evidence of your new identity, it becomes real to you. You start to believe it at a deeper level. You can also use identity-based rewards. Instead of rewarding yourself with food or entertainment, reward yourself with things that reinforce your identity. Buy new workout clothes after a month of exercise. Get a nice journal after a month of writing. Invest in a course after a month of learning. The most successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on identity. They've convinced themselves at the deepest level that they're the type of person who does these things. This is why some people make change look effortless, while others struggle with the same behaviors. It's not that they have more willpower. They have a stronger sense of who they are and what they do. Your identity is not fixed. It's not determined by your past. It's determined by your present actions. Every single day, you're becoming someone. The question is, who? Here's the math that will blow your mind. If you get 1% better every day for a year, you'll be 37 times better. If you get 1% worse every day, you'll decline to nearly zero. 1% seems insignificant. It's invisible in the moment, but it's life-changing over time. The people you admire didn't become successful overnight. They compounded tiny improvements over years. Your habits are compound interest for self-improvement. So here's your challenge. Pick one habit, make it 2 minutes or less. Do it after an existing habit. Track it for 30 days. Don't try to change your entire life tomorrow. Change one thing today. If this video helped you, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm show this to other people who need to see it. Subscribe for more content that actually works, not just motivation that fades. And here's my question for you. What's the one habit you're starting today? Drop it in the comments. When you make it public, you're more likely to follow through. Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now.